So hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Simply Carolyn. Y'all, I have my camera propped up on my tripod and I hope it don't fall. I have to come back here in my bedroom so that I can actually do this without interruption. So without further ado, welcome back, and I have my next stimulus update. So the Senate is due for a 1-month recess beginning 8/6. Today is 8/4, so that's a couple of days from here. The unemployment bill has now ended, and they have until the 6th to make a decision before they recess. Now, their recess is going to be a month long, so if they don't get something put in place by the 6th, then it's going to be another whole month before they can come up with something. Now, President Trump is saying that he is able to make an executive order. His concern is the evictions, unemployment, and money to the people. But more or less, they're really concerned, or he's really concerned about people getting kicked out from the mortgage. That ended the end of July, I believe, where they had that in place where you could not be evicted because of the COVID situation. Unemployment ran out as well, and they are trying to get something in place, y'all. So since the Senate is taking so long to be able to come together, the Democrats and the Republicans, they can't seem to agree on anything. He is now saying that he can do an executive order and go ahead and get something passed. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. But that's what he's saying. So they're not sure if they can reach an agreement by then. It seems that they are more concerned about making more debt for the U.S. than helping the American people. It looks like Trump wants to be on TikTok instead of pushing for relief for the people. It also looks like they can't even come to an agreement on state and local levels so that people that are living in poverty can at least have SNAP benefits for food while their kids are at home. And everybody knows, even if you don't have little kids now, most people probably have had small kids, and you know how expensive it get buying food when kids are out of school just over the summer. So can you only imagine how it is now with them being out of school so long? I'm sure that's digging into a lot of people's pockets. So Republicans have said that a $600 a week that they've been giving people for unemployment, additional benefits for unemployment, is too much for people to sit home. They would rather give them $200 per week. Y'all, that's a slap in the face. It's $600 is barely enough. The Democrats don't want to go below $600, but will agree on a phase out to allow jobs until jobs come back. Right now, Trump, Democrats, and Republicans all agree on the $1,200 money to the people. At least they're in agreement with something. And then if they can get that in place by the 6th, checks will be out as early as next week. But someone has to make a move and stop arguing. We need a deal by the end of this week, y'all. We really do. Student loans. They are making a plan so that no payments for the next 6 months. Trump has already got that in place, and he wants to extend that. So at least, if you have student loan debt, y'all, make sure you check up on what's going on, because as long as you don't have a job or unable to make the payments, then you don't have to worry about making those payments. But make sure that your student loan debt has been taken care of, because that can ruin you. Take it from someone who knows. I have been in that situation before when I had student loans, and I was, I got to the point where I wasn't able to pay it. Honey, they will start garnishing wages, and they will start taking your income tax money. So in order to keep that from happening, set up a payment plan. And they even have payment plans where they can go by your income. So if your income is zero, then guess what? Your payment is going to be zero. So the main issues that they are really trying to hit and at least come to some kind of agreement is the SNAP benefits, which are food stamps or EBT. School funding, they're saying that they need to come together on some type of funding if schools are going to be reopening. They want to sit down and see how many schools they have and how much money it will take to run those schools efficiently and effectively. And then they're going to come up with some kind of plan for issuing funds for schools. The unemployment wage replacement, which is the one that just ran out, where they were giving the $600. And like I said, they're wanting to do $200. Two from six. Y'all, if they drop down from $6 to $200, you can barely even buy groceries with that. So if you got rent, light bill, or a mortgage, I don't know what people are going to do. So y'all, it looks like we will get some kind of help, but I don't know exactly how much help. They don't even know. They're trying to come up with something. And the new proposal that I've been seeing out there is that they're wanting to give everybody that has a Social Security number a $1,000 stimulus check. That includes parents and children. So even if they do that, not so much for the people that are single, they'll only get the $1,000. But say for instance, if you have a family of 4, so everybody with a Social Security number will get $1,000. So you got the mom and the dad, and you got the 4 kids. So that ends up being $6,000. And I don't think they have a cap on it. So that is one step in the right direction, but it's just getting rough. And I think if Trump could have given an executive order, well, then why haven't he done it yet? I mean, it's one thing to talk about it, but when you start talking about stuff like that, you really have to put your money literally where your mouth is. It's just not easy. It's not easy at all. Also, y'all, that direct payment that I was speaking about that is proposed by the Republicans is called the CAF Act, and the acronym is CAAF, which stands for Coronavirus Assistance for American Families. That is the one that proposes the $1,000 direct payment to everyone with a Social Security number. The Democrats wants to still stick with the $1,200 direct payment, and that they are proposing that for individuals and the same for dependents, up to a maximum of 3 dependents per household. And that is if your income is up to $75,000, and it starts to phase out if your income is $99,000, and that is for single filers. For married filers, they are proposing $1,200 for the married couple and $1,200 for each dependent, and that income level is up to a max of, you can get that amount if your income is $150,000 for a married couple, and it phases out at $198,000 for a married couple. So Mr. Trump is still saying that he can stop evictions. He don't want to see mass evictions, which I personally myself don't want to see them either. And he can stop payroll taxes temporarily by doing that executive order that I was telling you about. And from what I've understood about that, it's like declaring a national emergency like they did when the coronavirus first started. And then they said that they pushed the deadline back for income tax filing. So he's saying that he can do that for evictions and for payroll taxes. So the good thing, if they stop payroll taxes temporarily, that means that whatever you make, if you are working, you won't have to pay taxes. You're just going to get everything that you're actually working for without them deducting taxes. And I mean, y'all, if anybody that works know, they hit you hard with payroll taxes. So I, for one, I raise my hand on that one. Yeah, hold those taxes back for a while. That would help. Now, it wouldn't help people that's not working or don't have a job, but for the ones that are working, I mean, maybe that will give some of the people an incentive to go on out and find them a job. If they knowing whatever they're going to work for, they get to keep it and not have to pay it all out in taxes. Hey, honey, I'm holding both of my hands up for that one. Yeah, that'd be great. But whether or not it's going to happen, y'all, I don't know. And let's see what else is going on with this coronavirus. It is important for them to make a deal in the upcoming days, and they're saying that their last negotiations have been productive. But like I said, y'all, you have to put your money where your mouth is. You can't just talk about it. You have to be about it. So, I mean, it seems like they got some good proposals on the table. But when it's all said and done, if they can just stop being so childish and actually, sit down and come together and say, okay, what are the most important things that we need to get done? Me personally, I think it is the evictions. Of course, nobody wants to lose their home. And that's the eviction goes for mortgage and rent. So I think evictions is one. I know unemployment is one. I think the SNAP benefits for people with a lot of kids and that's getting help by feeding their families through SNAP. Hey, ain't no shame in your game, honey. If I was in that position and needed it, I would be right there trying to sign up for it. And I mean, if you're going to do something for some folk, you got to do something for all, because I can't see them just necessarily doing things just for the SNAP benefits or for unemployment and just leaving the rest of the public out, because everybody has their own struggle in some type of way. So the money for the people, I would love to see them do something. And me personally, I'm grateful for anything. I'm not choosy. Whatever God blesses us to get or blesses them to bless us with, I'm satisfied. I ain't gonna, beggars can't be choosy. So on that note, y'all, this is my little stimulus update. And as we get closer to the 6th, I will be giving you all the new information that's coming forward. I will keep you in the loop. And as soon as they release amounts and proposed dates when they're going to start issuing them out, I will definitely keep you guys informed, because I'm sure everybody, including myself, wants to know when it's going to be happening. It's to the point now, it's not the fact of if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen, because it's going to have to happen. And they've been saying that when the cold and flu season comes, and that's not far away, probably maybe another month or so, when that starts happening, that they're going to see another rise in the coronavirus cases. So if you guys have asthma, emphysema, any kind of breathing issues, y'all stay inside, keep yourself well, because this coronavirus ain't no joke. So y'all keep yourself healthy, and yeah, let's just all hope for the best and see what's happening. So I thank you guys for stopping by, for tuning in. I thank you guys for the love you've shown me. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. And y'all, stay tuned. Like I said, I will give you as much information as I'm finding out here. I will make sure that I update you all, and y'all stay safe and stay blessed. I love you all with the love of Jesus, and y'all have a good night. Good night.